So guys, I hooked up my cheap tiny BMS 12S BMS. I hooked it up. I already knew before getting into this project, I'm reusing 8 of the batteries from my old pack, which are fully charged. And these are just actually brand new ones that's been sitting around in my kitchen here for the last 5 months or something. And they've drained down to like 3.5 volts. So when I plugged it in, it started charging. I was like, yay! And then it was at like 44 volts or something. And then it stopped charging. I was like, fuck! So I measured all the voltages and I realized, damn. So the only problem with these cheap BMS, you have to start with batteries that are completely balanced or near completely balanced. I have experienced before where I had some unbalanced battery cells, but what it would do is it would charge to like 80%, and then as I battery cycle, it would slowly balance it, and then eventually it would fully charge. So it took actually a couple of cycles. But this time it was actually, what was it at? It was at such a low voltage I couldn't really run it. It was at like 37 volts or something for the whole pack. Which means I'm near as 1%. If I try to discharge my battery pack at 1%, obviously it's going to kill my battery. So how do you solve this? So this is a problem that happens when you use a cheap ass BMS like me and you like being El Cheapo. Nothing wrong with that. You just have to understand that these cheaper BMS, you need to start with balanced batteries. If they were all at 3.5 volts, they would have just fully charged fine. The problem was 4 of my batteries were at 4.2 volts, and 8 of my batteries packs, the whole 4P, were in 3.6. So what do you think happened? Basically, it wouldn't charge because it thinks the battery's dead, or it's just below 3.6 volts per battery. You can go below like 3.5, but below 3.4. Basically, these cheaper BMS is not designed to handle that kind of difference. So, just an advice, before you put the battery pack together, I would just charge them all. That would be the best advice. Just make sure they're all charged, so they're all balanced. Charge one by one. Use one of those, chargers. I have one over there. Sorry for the mess here. Right there, you see that? Get one of those chargers. It's for 18650, any lithium-ion batteries. Do that and you'll be fine. But if you get stuck like me, where I'm trying to get a cheap BMS working, all you got to do is solder one wire to the negative wire, and wherever that battery pack went to, so it ends right here. So I soldered it here, even though it's battery 9, but that's actually the plus or the negative, one of the two of the 8. And then I've set it to 32 volts, so I want to get to 4 volts. I'm not going to charge it fully. I just want to get it to like above like 60%. Then I can cycle charge it, and the BMS will actually balance charge it because the rest of these are near like 90-95%. So that's what I'm doing right now. This is an awesome graphic power supply that I bought. So I've got it set at 32 volts at 2.5 amps. So maybe another hour or so it should be at 32 volts. Then my BMS will start working and I'm good to go, and I'm on a good start. But if you don't know this and you be like thinking, oh, my cheap BMS doesn't work. So when you put batteries together with different chargers, the simplest way, again, is just charge them fully or near 90% or more. That way they're somewhat balanced or more, then the cheap BMS will work. But if you start with completely unbalanced batteries like myself, the BMS will stop charging. It won't be it was at like 1% of battery. I was like, the hell. So, or you could fix it manually like this. I would highly recommend you guys to get a very good PSU if you're going to build any kind of batteries. Have a great night.